I'm seeing a lot of negativity.
Clearly, we've upset.
I also felt like I let them down, let you down as well.
I am a wanker. Yep. You can excruciatingly want to smack my bum.
They were judging me and my morals and what I'm about as a person. And I was asking myself, like, am I actually like a nice guy?
Getting hate, attacking your actual personality is never a light and easy thing to take. So, like, how has it been?
Oh, I felt like the absolute bottom of hell.
He said to me that he contemplated just quitting all his podcasts.
F the Wafflin Mafia. This is our last episode ever. Oh no! Boys, we've on paper had our worst episode and week in Wafflin history last week. And I'm going to say it right now, looking at you dead in the eye. No, listen, I'm sorry because on a level, we have never come across so out of touch, hateable. And actually, I was angry watching us back myself. And I'm not talking about Luke. Andrew was a great guy. And we were disgusting, Theo. I'm not going to talk for you. But I think the way I spoke about what I was speaking about, it was so like I'm this Tory wanker. And it really just made me upset with my own behaviour. So I'm going to come out here right now and say, I'm sorry, Wafflin Mafia, and I will be better. Theo, over to you.
Well, what a lovely way to open the show, by the way. Very handled perfectly.
Thank you.
I did not expect that from you at all. That's really nice. I was going to say, Luke, genuinely, I've already messaged you as well, and you told me to piss off. But I am genuinely, like, I should have, like...
Double down, Theo.
No, but...
Call him a wanker.
No, the audience think what happened isn't what happened. I should have still considered you in inviting you on the trip. I should have done that. I should have actually given you a thought.
But
I was caught up in the moment of planning everything. I didn't even give you a thought.
Curious.
Oh, no, fair play for admitting it.
Didn't even give me a thought.
No, but we need to actually just on a level, wait, for those of you that don't know, because some of you may have clicked on this having no idea what happened last week. Obviously, we were talking about the fantastic, like, best birthday I've ever had in my life.
best holiday you've ever had in your life.
Right? Obviously, Theo planned a content trip that honestly just so happened to be on my birthday. And how we've spoken about it loads off camera, but then when we mentioned it on Wafflin, it seemed like it was just for my birthday, solely a holiday for my birthday, and then we didn't invite, or you didn't invite Luke. Instead, you invited the likes of Arthur TV, who I've met one time. When in reality, it was really
that's the thing, right?
just
Even though
a content trip.
That isn't the case. It was maybe portrayed otherwise. But saying that, I still probably should have been like, "Hey, Luke, do you want to come and surprise Joe or something?" Jimmy, that could have been like quite a cool thing you could have done.
So that would have been like a nice addition to the video as well.
But genuinely though, like, I'm sorry I didn't even think of it. But
no, what?
Can I say how it even came about? So me and Reeve planned a trip, right, to go film videos, and then it was me, Reeve, and Arthur. We split everything down the middle. And Joe, you were like, "Oh, I'm so keen to come. You know, we invited you to come."
Well, you asked me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
You're so keen to come.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
but after you asked him, he didn't say like.
Well, he said you wanted to make loads of videos, didn't you?
I was wanting to
vlogged
travel.
the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. So when you were like, "We're going to Dubai," I was like, "Oh, that sounds amazing."
And then obviously we realised it's over your birthday.
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Oh my god, we have to do something for Joe's birthday."
We didn't have to.
We do have to.
Well, you could have. I would have been okay
Mate,
just going on holiday.
No, but mate, I'm not being funny. Like,
My birthday in April.
I know, 23rd.
No,
22nd.
21st. Just told you.
When's my birthday?
Yeah. Anyway, but do you know what?
No.
I'm curious to know what you guys are so angry about, because obviously everyone's coming in support of me, and I actually came out in support of you, and then people would message me saying like, "Stop being a pussy, stand up for yourself."
Do you know what it is? I think we were quite dismissive.
Look, this was my response.
Yeah, well, to be fair, should we show some of the comments that were actually left by the Wafflin Mafia first, just to gauge where the mentality is at?
Can I just say one more thing to Luke though? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, well, I feel like I was quite dismissive, even though in my head at the time we were like, "Oh, it's only banter, or whatever." It was actually quite dismissive.
Well,
so I am very sorry for that.
Malfoy, the thing is
genuinely, like, honestly, I felt really bad.
There's an unwritten rule on Wafflin, right, where we are so tightly good friends, despite some comments being like, these guys definitely don't even like each other. Like, we are so tightly friends that we almost portray these characters of, say, if something starts like being funny, like, oh, to dismiss Luke or to mug me off or to mug Theo off, we kind of lean into it. And admittedly, over the past few episodes, well, whole year, it has become a running thing for me and Theo to just be like, yeah, whatever, Luke, mate, and just carry on. But for a long time, mate,
Fully.
I wonder, well, on paper, yeah, but for a long time, there was an element where like me and Theo would disagree a lot. So it's almost like, I don't know if it's where now that I think we're getting along a lot better, it's almost become a funny thing to be like, oh yeah, look.
No, but there has
you know
always
what I mean?
been, I think with Wafflin, there has always been an element of a 2v1 in all situations.
Well, yeah.
2v1 or 2v1, about my hair and whatever, or 2v1 about you for whatever reason. But maybe we took it just a bit too far, and I do apologise.
The thing
You haven't killed him, mate.
The thing,
Well, I felt like I had.
You didn't pay for him to go on a holiday for
and this is my point. Like, what I didn't understand the backlash, to be honest. And I know everyone came out in support of me or whatever, but like at the same time, I really didn't need it. Like, were you angry because Theo didn't pay for a holiday for me, or because he didn't invite me on holiday, or was it because you were talking about Dubai for half an hour?
Yeah, well, let's see what they're saying. So it goes, top comments are, now, all jokes aside, it's a crime that Andy wasn't invited to Dubai. I don't care about the reason. Some things are more important than views.
Now, I think that bit was on you boys, because I think you actually added fuel to this fire, because you said something along the lines of, oh, you know, you put Arthur TV in a video and it bangs. Which, can I just say, boys and girls at home, like from a commercial point of view, this was a business trip, and I actually completely understand that.
No, but it wasn't just that though. Like, we genuinely get on really well with Arthur.
No. But I'm saying, even if you look at that at a complete like surface level, like that makes sense.
It makes
But
sense on a
it's not
business.
about
No, but on a level, aside from my birthday, I know it got labelled as my birthday trip, but Theo was going to Dubai with his YouTube friends anyway.
With or without you.
With or without me. Last minute, the story was flipped to be like Joe's coming, but that doesn't mean Joe's mum's comes, Joe's other friend comes, his dog comes. It's like, it was just, now I come to this trip that he's already going on.
But the problem is like kind of like the response made me feel uncomfortable to an extent, because then I felt like you had to explain yourself to me. And I had to tell you, mate, like, I really genuinely do not care.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact of, like, I wasn't actively invited or something. I think that's maybe how it came across. As like, oh, we purposely are just going to leave him out of Joe's birthday celebration.
I feel like it came across as, like, I've planned Joe a birthday party, and, like, I haven't invited you. Obviously wasn't the case, but I am sorry that it came across like that.
You got. I mean, we can read some more comments.
Yeah, so it goes, is this whole episode them just bragging about how good their trip was in front of the guy they didn't think to invite? Because, like, no, but to be fair, admittedly, right, so that was our second episode recording of the day, and, like, the vibes were, we were knackered, and then what we were doing was just talking on a level. Oh no, that sounds entitled, doesn't it? No, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
boys,
boys.
Do you know what? I think maybe that is the reality. Is we are actually out of touch. Like, we are out of touch.
Do you two think you're out of touch?
We might as well not even fucking like be like, oh no, we're not. Like, we're so out of touch, bro. We've lived the most warped reality for 10 years, and we actually need to hold ourselves accountable.
But to some extent, I would like to flip the argument of like, would you?
No.
Yeah.
You don't think you're out of touch? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so, but maybe I am.
If we're spending...
Would you say I am?
No. But I think you've got a much more privileged life than like the...
Yeah, but you can have a privileged life without being like... I think out of touch is doing certain things which almost like... you don't even bat an eyelid to certain things.
Yeah, I think, but that they would probably say that like, well, you spent £800 on a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah, like that is mental. It goes, Theo spent £800 on a single scoop of ice cream for Joe, but couldn't take Dwayne to Dubai. Shocking behaviour. But oh shit!
I totally understand that point, right? But my argument to that is we've done the ice cream and all these things for the video. Like, Joe won 10 grand in a video.
Well, the Chris MD is Chris MD out of touch for having a YouTuber win 10 grand in a video? Because I think what was difficult when the initial reaction, I was like, Theo, like, admittedly, has been very fortunate, but he's worked very hard to be in a position where he can spend an amount of money on a video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in an ideal world, all the money that anyone ever earns goes to good causes who actually need it. But he is within his right to spend it on creating what he wants to create. And I mean, spending it on someone else, it's not that he spent it on himself. It's not like been an evil thing that he's done. I I think
that was one of the things that I do think went under the radar was that like, oh, you're such a bad person, but it like the actual storyline was you were taking Joe on like holiday.
But I don't think it's necessarily about the money. I think it's more the
No.
fact that I didn't even give a thought to inviting you. Does that make sense?
Could you have come?
Yeah, obviously.
No, but
You said to us
you're
you
off
could.
camera.
You're off camera. You said you literally couldn't
No,
come. You had a
look,
football
right.
match.
If I had been invited, or had you like, I couldn't have come anyway.
You couldn't have come.
I couldn't have come.
And the thing is, Theo, we knew that, and I don't know why we didn't mention that on the podcast.
I think we did.
Did we mention it that Luke couldn't have come anyway?
But it's not about that whether he could or couldn't come.
The reason
You see what I mean?
the reason they are angry at home
Yes.
Yeah.
is because I wasn't invited.
You were invited,
I mean, let's not lie now.
weren't you?
But
No.
it's also
Oh fuck!
but it's
Obviously,
also
yeah, but-
not a problem. Like,
But Joe, you said
I do so many things where I don't invite you boys. It's not like we were at the gym yesterday. We didn't invite Theo.
What?
And maybe that's different because that's a bit of a facetious argument. But
No, but the reason I think the sad thing is I didn't invite you, but I didn't even contemplate it because I just like we weren't planning Joe's birthday trip. Do you know what I mean? It was like we were going with or without Joe anyway, and we just decided to say let's celebrate his birthday.
no, look, and this is my
But
point.
the point
of,
is
like,
I didn't
how it
contemplate it.
It
Does that make
made
sense?
me feel awkward because I felt like you then felt you had to justify yourself to me, and I was genuinely like, I actually people were like, oh, you look like Luke. They saw such an uncomfortable watch. Like Luke looked uncomfortable the whole time.
Were you uncomfortable?
No.
You're right, man.
Like we had spoken about that Dubai trip internally anyway.
But it all makes sense now why you didn't come to the match.
Oh yeah, that's what people are saying, aren't
Yeah.
they? Because I've seen a comment being like, Theo and Luke just genuinely clearly aren't friends.
But yeah, that is one
Can you
thing.
clear this up? Because I mean, even I'm thinking of it right now, actually.
We obviously are friends. We all are friends.
Kiss then.
I actually don't think.
Snog each other.
Have we ever, the three of us, like fallen out properly?
Yes.
Yes.
When?
Me and
Me
Theo.
and Joe.
I've never fallen out with.
No, but this is
Middleman
where
master.
you're such a vital part of
Anchor.
you're the anchor. You got two emotional wrecks over here.
Now you want to be nice to me.
And now, no,
but
mate,
you
it's
know,
because
it's
it's
not-
trendy to be nice
Also,
to you.
Luke, I think you know you're the anchor as well. Do you know what I mean? You are very level-headed.
No, I do get it, but like at the same time, and like I say, like I really do appreciate everyone. You know, it's been quite a U-turn. For the last, few episodes, I've been getting hounded about doing Stevie G impressions and then not going to the Wembley Cup, and then they all come out in my defense. So it's quite nice, and I do really appreciate it at home. But at the same time, the reason I put out this tweet, which I assume you want to read.
All right, let's read out. Luke goes, lots of negativity towards our bald king on this week's episode. The three of us are incredibly good friends and would never truly air any dirty laundry live on Wafflin. And as our friends, you must remember that your words too impact us. And I was actually wondering that because getting hate, attacking your actual personality is never a light and easy thing to take. So like, how has it been?
Well, I feel like I can't really like sit here and like be like, oh, I got moaning about getting hate. Do you know what I mean? Like sort of brought it up.
Well, you're not allowed to feel. You're not allowed to feel feelings anymore.
Oh, I felt like the absolute bottom of hell.
Really?
But like,
He said to me that he contemplated just quitting all his podcasts.
well, I don't know if that's a bit dramatic, but I literally was like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
But,
Yeah.
and this was my point.
Legit. Sorry, Luke, to cut you off, but it was like, because I think the bond we have with our audience is so different to anyone else, right?
Yeah.
I felt like I was like my own family was like attacking my morals as me as a person. I felt like it was me, like they were judging me and my morals and what I'm about as a person. And I was asking myself like, shit, am I actually like a nice guy?
I do think that was it. Like it got to me, it was a little bit personal, and that's why I was like, you do need to remember that like we as a three are all very good friends, and everything that you comment, good or bad, impacts us.
But it's not about making people feel sorry for you because I don't care about that. It's just more like because of the connection we have them. It's just for like I feel like, as I said, like my own family was like saying like, you have terrible morals, you're an evil person.
Yeah, no, but I'm also not saying that like if people disagree with things that we say or ways that we act, like absolutely tell us and say stuff. I think that's one of the reasons the relationship with the audience is so good because they always call us out on our bullshit, and that's
they
fine.
do.
I just felt like it was a little bit of an attack on your personal self that was not truly reflective of who you are, because like we discussed it, Theo actually probably is the nicest one.
He's the
out
most
of
generous
the three of
for
us.
sure. Like, as in,
And this is not even a PR stuff.
no, but it's actually true. And like, in terms of actual, like,
just sounds like
no, it's not a pity party,
it-
mate. We're allowed to like voice our opinions, and it's just like, yeah, me and Luke were at the gym, just being like, it's mental how like out of all of us, like you've like in reality, Luke Martin's the worst man on this podcast. He's fucking wanker.
Who would you say?
It's me. I'm the biggest wanker.
Yeah, but
However, we all know that.
no one's a wanker.
And in reality,
I would say out of the three of us, me and Joe are actually probably the only two here that do have the wanker streak in us. You actually
no, yeah, it's true. It's true.
like
Apparently I do though.
No, you
it's
don't.
Like, it's like catch-22 really.
But this, it's not catch-22 because that's not what it means. But that was why I was like, I should say something. But then people just got angry that I had said something and not you.
Do you reckon
I saw a
do you reckon
comment like
there's an
Theo
element?
shouldn't be making a comment right now. He should be staying off social media.
I didn't think personally that the Dubai thing was the most outrageous thing in the world, and that's why maybe it sounds like people are probably more just annoyed at the fact that
The invite wasn't there.
yeah. But then it did seem like obviously people were kind of angry that you spoke about Dubai for a long time. But I don't know whether that
we're
was...
doing it again right now.
No, I know, but we're not in the same fashion where we're like gassing it up.
No, we're not. But I actually got told that apparently I'm actually a druggie forever now.
What?
No, it says Weller is out of control. Continuously, Joe jabbers on about mushroom trips, ayahuasca retreats, and narcotics. Although Franklin continues to be closed-minded and a complete beta, Theo sits there as the ultimate sigma and athlete. Joe continuously bringing up drug use really shows his view on himself. Maybe he's insecure and looking for a way to escape. But in my view, Joe was brought to this planet to be a drug-using addict. And this is his slippery slope to his addiction when he hits his 50s. In brackets, Wayne.
What, as in...
Wayne Lineker. As in, I'm going to be like Wayne Lineker.
Okay.
That's what they thought about last episode.
Yeah, and this actually gets me thinking, guys. Like, I'm seeing a lot of negativity. I'm seeing a lot of negativity in the waffling world at the moment. And it's like mentioning something that could be perceived as one thing and actually seeing it as like the most negative. I think.
Do you know what it is?
Is it a choice? Is it all about perspective? Is anything actually good or bad?
We don't help ourselves by how much we gaslight each other, though. I feel
Yeah,
like
but I don't think
but
we should sit here.
We love the banter. That's I hate using the word in that phrase, but like it is like we like the Reddit, for example, right? It's the funniest place to go as a waffling.
not this week.
No, but it was if you're on the flip side. Like I read through it and I did find it all really funny. But like at the same time, like I do think it got a little bit personal. But
Do you know?
the banter and the gaslighting is, I think, what makes the show. It's always been our relationship from literally day one of like, how can we essentially embarrass one individual?
But that is
so
always
much.
banter in general. But I feel like maybe we took it too far.
But I don't. That's the thing. I don't think we did. I don't think they're necessarily angry at like our banter.
I'm definitely along the lines of like if there are a majority that are saying something, usually they are probably right.
No. And
Do you see what I'm saying though? Like if it's one person saying that, you can understand. But if there's a whole load of people saying the same thing, they've probably got a point. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense, right? But also, do you know the bit what I got really like down about was the I didn't invite Luke because of the views. I know we bantered about it,
I said,
but that
Arthur probably got invited on the trip because he generates views. But
that's not how we
Yeah,
think.
but if it wasn't a birthday thing, that like to bring Arthur TV on a content trip makes sense in terms of views. I know obviously you get on with
Also,
him very
he was
well.
available.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And we got on very well with him. But it's the more the fact that like I hope you lot at home don't think that's how we think.
well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like me and Luke have done so much stuff together, not because of views, because we just get on really well together.
Yeah.
That's
What's
just-
weird
that's
is
just
about
be about-
what
Theo
is just
has
feels.
taken me to Dubai before.
Well, yeah, Theo's taking. Yeah, exactly. What feels weird is that we're sitting in like trying to justify our friendship. Like, part of me is like,
Yeah.
we know what we are. We know who we are as people. A perception of obviously how we portray ourselves and the words that we use to do that over an hour can cause a certain representation of that. But like, I wouldn't let ourselves like. I almost feel like the energy's like quite safe right now.
And that's the thing, right? But I think also we acknowledge that like everyone listening and watching is our friend as well, and like
Yeah.
clearly we've upset them.
But I also felt like I let them down.
Yeah,
I
but
think that's what a part
But
of it
look,
was as well.
Mm.
if all we can do
I'll let you down as well.
is apologise. Mate, I couldn't have gone to Dubai.
But imagine like letting someone down because you won't pay for their trip to go to Dubai. Like that is actually a bit mental.
No, but I can afford some ice cream.
That's okay, but you're a free man.
That's the point they were making, though.
Okay.
Do you see my point now?
Oh, so you spent it on ice cream instead of Luke?
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm the equivalent of a scoop. Of
You are a scoop of ice cream. That is what you are. Anyways.
Have we got any memes from
But I will say,
Have we got any funny memes from the Reddit or anything to look at?
The video is going up, and I will say, like...
Are you scared to put it out?
fair, you delayed the video a week because of the response.
But I was
to
really
the last
gutted, though,
video.
because, mate, honestly, I'm so proud of the video. Like, it's actually so good. Like, you can... The smile on your face throughout the video is genuinely just, like, the best thing ever.
Didn't you release a part of the video early?
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to record that myself. I was smacking Reeve on the head.
Yeah, like, genuinely, Luke, I think you will watch and be like, okay, I'm really happy for Joe.
No, but this is the thing. This is not a reflection of how I feel.
No, I know, I get that.
All right, we've got Ice Cream Scoop versus Luke Martin. Paying for Luke to come on the trip. Or a scoop of ice cream. Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, this was actually something that we spoke about.
It was just, like, uncomfortable.
My
beard's looking good there.
Wait, what?
No, mate, it's a sick place.
No, I know it's a sick place, but I think the vibes I'd pick up from there in terms of seeing all that, I think that'd actually make me feel shit.
Yeah,
As in,
just don't stay
like,
at that hotel.
No, but surely it's all around Dubai, mate. It's all about man-made money, like all of that hierarchy due to money. I don't know. It's not a. I'd prefer to go somewhere like Norway, like somewhere.
But I feel like we still do have.
I'd still agree with that 1,000,000%. Like
also,
nature and like the more like real, earthly
sad
type
though,
things
they were
will
so
always be
relatable
better.
here.
However, I think like being open to like what I took away from it is Dubai is like an example of man creating art and using money to obviously make something that can be enjoyed. For me, it will never be as good as nature, but like. I don't know, man.
Don't read into that because the people they literally say like they still hold these opinions. If you watch the episode, we still talk about how yes, it's cool, you can do cool things there, but there is still like a soulless element to it, and we have never changed our opinion on that.
Yeah,
so I did literally call it soulless, like in the episode. That's why I was like.
And also, what Joe's referring
soulless.
to in that is the hotel where all the prosies are.
Whoa, wait, what's that?
Yeah, all the prostitutes. Yeah.
Where?
What hotel's this?
5.
Have you heard about that thing that happens in? I'm pretty sure it happens in Dubai, where like they pay like models loads of money to go out there, like 25k, 100k, whatever, and they like shit on them and stuff.
What? How do you know about that?
No,
I
saw a tweet about it literally this morning or last night.
Well, that's good then.
But like it's an actual thing where like they'll go out on a boat or something, and they just like pay them to take shits on them.
Rah, bro.
Well, I will say this before we move on though.
What?
I am still sorry.
Oh, mate.
No, I am for not.
No, we need to go back to calling each other fucking wankers again. I don't like this soppy shit.
For not considering.
No, you need.
No, let's not consider him. He's a freaking tosspot. He wears wigs. You got no hair. I've got a small cock. Let's get it back to the fucking vibes, boys.
Yeah. You know where I went
None of this fucking shit anymore.
We fucking hashed it out now.
We've hashed it out.
We're all friends.
Everyone's sorry. We're all gonna fight you.
What's this?
Meet me in the park.
Like, there clearly was between us and them, right? And now we fucking.
What's
squared
this?
it.
Weller needs to relax. I feel like Weller needs to chill out. The disrespect to Luke on this recent episode has got me thinking. Ever since he's become cool with the YouTube boys again, he seems to have changed a little. Shut up. His your mum jokes are excruciating, and celebrating the charity match like it was his redemption arc / World Cup was a joke. I'm sorry for enjoying myself. You, small cock. Right, let's listen. He also seems to act very strange around KSI. With his facial expressions, I can feel the energy through the camera. Also, mate, not everyone wants to shag you, you narcissist. Brother.
Oh, check the comments on that.
Right,
Please check the comments on
Pesto Penguin 37. Right, firstly. We can obviously see that you are not happy within yourself and obviously are projecting certain things. Now, why can't I enjoy scoring a goal at Wembley after bottling every time I've sort of had an instance of doing something on a big stage? I felt all of the relief and enjoyment. But not only that, you've clearly got the wrong podcast because you obviously don't like me. So it's like, so why don't you just go away?
Do you know what the top comment was? That was quite interesting how they've worded that.
What?
They put, I think we all need to calm down, not going to lie.
Yeah, I think we all do. Like, honestly, I'll be real.
They're like a mafia together. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've noticed this like extreme uproar in negativity, and I know maybe some of it is like earned by us because of our out of touchness and being total dipshits, but like we are all human and we're all figuring this out, and none of us have it all figured out. You
this
know
one
what I mean?
was specifically aiming like your behaviour towards me.
Yeah, but
So maybe
I'll be real. No, but
maybe you should just say
no, because mate, I totally apologise if I have hurt your feelings. But the thing is like it has become a running joke, and maybe like not a funny one anymore, which is totally fine, to like banter you. Yeah. But it's because you've always been the Sigma. Off camera, me and Luke hang out all the time, and everything's funny. And I think there is an element of like, there is almost characters that we portray on Wafflin. I've noticed that, like going on Impulsive, I was more just Joe. Going on the fellas, I was just more Joe.
With a twang.
And I think like coming on here, maybe we do start to feel like we need to uphold like a Wafflin character.
Yeah.
But it's because I think there's always
Or
like
else we get told we're boring.
there's an overarching Wafflin storyline all the time of like between every single episode there's a storyline that carries over like multiple episodes, and we kind of have to like bring those personalities over with us episode to episode.
Yeah, I get
until it
you.
sort of ends.
But why do they start attacking our personalities, like saying my jokes are excruciating? Like that just cuts so deeply, brother. And it just makes me not want to crack jokes for you anymore. So I'll just shut up. Because imagine that, right? If we actually would just sat here like, hi, Theo. You are okay. Yes? Hi, Luke. I like you. It's sort of not a podcast then, is it? It's boring. So, anyways, I've said my bit. What does it say? Theo replaced. All seriousness aside, crazy how quick the roles switch on this podcast. Theo utterly decimated all the aura he built over the last few weeks within 1 hour. Vladimir is now hailed as the one true Sigma. And in actuality, it was all an insecure act by Theo. And the state of being of each host has and will always return back to its natural state with time.
Do you know what though? Luke has always been the Sigma.
Well, yeah,
he is always
that's
the
okay.
anchor Sigma. He's like the point of the triangle.
You don't have to suck his cock now.
But
This is what you've done to him.
Look what you've done. Theo was on a roll, man. He was funny. And now look what you've done. You've
know
made
what,
him feel
though?
like he needs to say
Do you find
sorry.
it so interesting how so many people like really look so deep into everything?
Oh, in it. We just need to have a laugh. Like, at the end of the day, like, ooh.
But this is the thing.
know, when
right?
they're-
maybe we're deep in it. What if it's actually the mafia that have the act on?
Well, they're all just mugging us.
What if they're like, we care so much in this sense is the act? Do you know what I mean?
Well, they pretend to care.
No, not even pretending to care, but it's like acting up. It's like we're gonna completely over exaggerate our response to this because that's what we do.
Maybe, and I think that it's important that we don't start getting dictated by what the comments say, because it's very easy to hear them. And now, say, for example, Theo, you may feel like I can't crack any jokes towards Luke now. I need to be nice to him and suck his bum. But that's not what this podcast is. So I actually think that we just go like, you know what? We double down. I apologise for nothing. I am a wanker. Yep. And I actually own it. So you can hate me. You can excruciatingly want to smack my bum, but I don't mind. Dunno.
What were you all gonna?
Anyways, yeah, what are you on about?
What do you get Joe for his birthday?
What did I get you?
Little competition. Yeah, Luke, what did you get me in materialistic form
That's a start.
to buy me for my birthday? Because that really matters.
Only materialistic things. So
Well, no, but do you know what? Is I actually realised there's more to life than materialistic things. So I just provide you with, you know, a very happy birthday, and
Yeah.
just, you know, another year of
gratitude.
endless friendship.
So true.
You know? It's not about like taking you here or there. It's just being there for you 24/7, 365 days of the year.
Just so
Have you been
true.
on media training? Joe, what are you gonna do for Luke's birthday next month?
Oh, yeah, I want something fucking big from you. I'll tell you that.
Well, I thought you weren't butthurt though.
No, I will be if you don't get me anything.
That's banter. We were bantering though.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice of me.
Yeah, hates it.
I just hate what this has become. I don't want... fuck them.
And obviously,
Fuck them.
it, it
Let
is-
me chat shit to him. I think we just turn heel. We turn heel. And we'd be like, I am on the end of an abusive relationship with you. Take take. It's all you want, but you don't want to give anything.
What the fuck?
Do you understand me? So I'm turning heel. Fuck the Wafflin Mafia. Fuck them all. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. Because I've been putting my whole ass into this. I know you're not finding this funny. I know you're finding it cringe. I'm going to keep doing it. You want me to stop? I'm not going to stop. This is my yard.
My yard. My penthouse, actually. Look
So
at it.
fuck all of y'all.
Oh, man.
I don't give a shit.
Well,
We can upset them all we want.
No, but
Spend another 10k on me. Go. Trigger them all. Fuck them.
It is Luke's birthday next.
Where are we gonna go?
We are gonna go to watch a Liverpool match.
Oh, that would be sick.
You'd actually enjoy that.
You know, it's been like 10,511 days since I've last been. to
Wait.
Anfield.
What's? No, wait. What did Theo say? Did you say it's Luke's birthday next?
Yeah.
It's not. No, it's not next. Yours is next.
But he didn't realise that.
On the 31st of March.
What?
He didn't
I
realise
didn't.
that.
What? He didn't.
He didn't realise that.
Yeah, but neither did he.
Well, I just said. Oh wait. No, just clock.
You said it's Luke's birthday next.
No, I said
No,
that.
no. Theo said that.
Well, but then you didn't say no. It's yours.
And then
mate.
you,
No,
went- you,
no, he said
instantly, you instantly went, yeah. What should I do for my birthday?
right.
So out of touch.
Yeah, no, Luke. Yeah, Luke. I think you actually.
What are we doing for Theo's birthday? You're bound for it, aren't you? It's on Mother's Day,
No, it's not.
the 31st.
Which is a Monday.
Is that not Mother's Day? No. I thought that was a Sunday. Well, if you're down, we should do something. What do you want to do?
Go for breakfast if you'd like.
Yeah, should we go, all of us?
Yeah, we can go away from the camera because we don't need the Wafflin Mafia. Fuck them. We're going to go and just do it without this microphone in front of our face.
Yeah.
We can just hang out and gatekeep every part of us.
Would you like to come to my birthday breakfast?
Wait, have you arranged something that we haven't already been invited?
No, the only time I got really is birthday breakfast.
Yeah, no, we'll go.
Yeah,
we'll go
Monday.
to that. No cameras, no microphones. They're not
Why did
coming.
you
You're
say
not coming, bro. Because I don't want them to come. They don't deserve us.
You got
I'm not sure if this turning heel thing works. in
Really?
content creation.
I'm turning heel.
But surely they can realise this is bad.
No, I'm turning. We've just got a message from the boss up top saying Joe needs to stop. Elliot Hackney.
What? Who actually?
Joe needs to chill the F out.
No,
He's
he didn't.
losing us every deal as he speaks.
He just said, "Shout me when done, lads. Need a merch update."
Oh,
Fuck, I was adding to the storyline.
Oh, what merch?
No,
but
I'm
that's great for
turning.
the intro
I'm
sequence.
turning on them. I'm honestly, I'm doubling down on this. Anyways,
He's
what
taking
else
the
we talk
scenery.
about?
Would you guys like to come to my birthday breakfast?
Yeah,
yeah, that would be nice, mate. What are we gonna do? Where is
Have
it?
breakfast?
Yeah, no, I know, but like, where are we gonna go?
Don't know. I don't really want to like.
Somewhere
no, but we're not.
dox ourselves.
We're not allowed to talk about what we want to do. We can't talk about our lives because the Wafflin Mafia won't like that. No, because you talk about things that you've been up to or that you want to do, and they get angry. You have to just make them laugh.
I actually did go somewhere recently. If you want to hear about it,
Yeah, where was it?
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it for the next 45 minutes. I want them all to unsubscribe.
what was that clip we talked about the British Legion?
Oh, the one where we were talking about creating a new religion. If you could create your own religion.
You know, I created the British Legion.
Yeah,
Was that it?
Yeah.
Well, I decided to do some research.
yeah,
I went to the British Legion.
yeah.
It's really
Well, not
fun.
but you went to a.
I went to the British Legion, the original British Legion.
Okay, and what happened?
We went to like a bingo night, and I thought it was going to be like an older person bingo night. Anyways, we get there. Turns out it was just full of families. It was amazing. It was really cool vibe.
I'd go there.
Mate, it's actually sick. There's one in Seaford.
It's fucking
Yeah.
class.
Mate, you
class.
can get a full roast dinner on a Sunday, £8.
I love that shit. Do you know what? People have always asked, like, Joe, why do you train at Pure Gym? Or why do you do these normal, like, things?
Just a normal gym. That's a normal gym.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it that, like, we have earned this title of being entitled wankers?
I'm not even finished my story.
Do you want to pick up on that? Or do you want to carry on your
Anyway, my point was I thought there was going to be like an older crowd there, but it turns out there's a lot of younger people and like kids. And obviously, they're like, was Theo?
Oh, what, when they clocked?
Yeah, there's a lot of fans there who were like really sound. But I was sat right in the middle, like trying not to. No, because
I
sometimes.
didn't realise how just nice and normal these people.
Oh, that's not how I meant. Like sometimes it can be a bit like overwhelming. There's too many people and it can feel a bit like anxiety. Whereas here was just like calm.
Oh, this is. Do you know what? It is so nice to be on the other end of the stick.
No, I can't win.
No.
Like normally I feel like quite anxious about it all. Like there's an overwhelming
understand.
feeling, but this time everyone was just so sound. It was fine. It was just like it wasn't a big deal. But anyways, I like try to keep my head down. I didn't want to like get too much going on.
Yeah.
But then I fucking won.
Oh, you won bingo. Do you have to get up there?
Yeah.
Would
I
you
won
go
the
bingo? And everyone's
Yeah.
like, Malfoy.
Yeah, I won the bingo.
Tory
Then it was
cunt.
oh my God, it's Theo. And there was a lot of attention after that, but that was the story. That I tried to go
Oh,
under.
what? That was the climax of
The story was I tried to go under the radar, and then I won the bingo. When I actually didn't want to win the bingo.
Really?
And I've never won like a competition like that.
Oh.
Well, speaking
Everyone feels sorry.
Oh, actually, you know what? Cut the whole fucking story.
no.
You've twisted it.
No. Theo, we've got to laugh at it, bruv. I want to shake you.
I went to the fucking British Legion for bingo.
Call them dickheads.
This is-
Look down the lens and
this
call
is
them
actually
dickheads.
just so unfortunate because he just is the nicest bloke.
Theo
here.
is the
Why is that-
nicest
what
guy
have I
here.
now?
It's just so
It's just another bad look.
No.
not even a bad look. We're playing into it, but what I'm saying is it's
completely.
out of order because you genuinely are.
But
the
you're not
ni-
allowed to say that. You
the
cannot.
nicest
Stop
person at
saying
this
that.
table.
Stop it.
No, but you are.
Stop.
You're so pleasant.
Shut up. I'm an evil cunt.
Yeah, so own it. Do it.
But I had such a good story about the fucking British, like how I didn't, like I was trying to go under the radar and then I won the bingo. And it's like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, but I
twat
think
really."
in the idea of like our evil fans, they'd be like, oh, what this posh cunt think? Oh, twat.
Posh?
This I don't know. Posh twat thinks he needs to go under the radar because he's so big and above the working class. And I'm like, yeah, he does because he is. He's far above all us working class men.
Do you know what? In other news, speaking of competition, something big has happened in the boxing world that you boys are more involved in.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
What?
What's happened?
Sniff, sniff.
KSI? Dylan Dennis?
Oh, do you know what, right? JJ, obviously pulling out of the Dylan Dennis fight, right? At the Wembley match, yeah, he had the same illness as me.
I had
the
it
one that
recently as
lasted
well.
for a long time.
Yeah, Callux had it, I had it,
I've had it.
JJ had it, Malfoy had it, and my mum had it, right? And it is one. I don't let us know in the comments right now. Actually, no, don't. I don't want to hear it from you, right? Don't tell me anything, bastards, right?
It affects with your cardio.
Brother, it fucks you for a month.
Yeah.
It fucks you. Like, I had it in Dubai. Did I mention? Yeah. I had it in Dubai, and it really made me not enjoy the ice cream quite as much because I couldn't taste it as well. But I feel sorry for KSI because he comes out giving it the big un, and something like that hits you. Nothing humbles you more than food poisoning
Cold.
and the common cold. Food poisoning and the common cold. The two things that no man can beat. So I say fair play, but do you think it's like worst case scenario? Because he can't imagine coming out and being like, Dylan, don't pull out, don't be a wanker.
It's not ideal.
I think he's also
And now he's
mocked
done it
people
himself.
before for pulling out.
Yeah, it always comes to bite you.
unfortunate timing.
It is very unfortunate.
Also, a lot of
but
people
like,
have bought tickets and stuff, right?
Yeah, like, do you refund all of that? Like, if you sold tickets for like Malfoy's big,
Heading.
no, like I don't know, Malfoy's beheading. Yeah, like Malfoy's big wizard fucking event. Would you refund people?
Well, yeah.
you'd have to.
But they
Or you
no,
give them another
listen.
date.
You refund the tickets, but they haven't bought the hotels and flights off of you. So how do you do that? Do you go? We've got a lot of money in the bank, so let me give it, and just
How
make a
does it-
loss.
How does it work with like when artists cancel their like performances?
Mate, you get
You
your
refund
money
the
back for the
tickets,
ticket, but
but
like
your
if you've booked a hotel, train, flight, whatever, you just got fat.
And it will say that in the terms and conditions, like we hold no responsibility
That's
for that.
so
And that's
shit.
but morally, do you go? Actually, you know what? I'm nearly a billionaire. Surely you just pay for it.
Could you
I
not
don't
have just
know.
like
Yeah, but is JJ nearly a billionaire?
with Prime? I suppose you could say. But I
definitely
suppose
worth
it's-
like many billions now with Prime?
He's worth many. You think he's a billionaire?
Prime's billions.
Yeah, Prime's billions.
Prime's
Yeah,
7
but
billion.
He's got equity in a company. Doesn't
Yeah.
He's not like liquid.
Yeah.
How much could he
factual.
sell Prime for?
Well, how much could he sell?
Say you
his-
sell it for 10 mil. He's got to be at least 10%, right?
Okay, so he gets a mil.
A billion. I meant 10 bill.
Okay, yeah, he gets a billion. He'll have to pay a lot. I mean, obviously he'll be very wealthy, yeah. But it's
Are
not.
we really arguing now about
But
if
no,
he's
but
a
it's all-
billionaire or not?
Oh shit! Prime Hydration was valued at 3.2 billion.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they're going to refund tickets, but surely they are going to have to fight. They've like hyped it up so much that they're going to have to reschedule.
Yeah. Do you think like low key like anyone wants to do the boxing anymore?
Nah, because I do think to a degree like it is dead.
Like, do you think? I wonder. JJ definitely wants to challenge himself, and I think out of everyone, like, when he says he's going to do something, I think more than anything, like following through with that fulfills him. But I wonder if low key they're all signed into needing to fulfill, like DAZN's criteria of what they've signed up to. But like, if they had it their way, I wonder if they'd just be like,
Yeah, but I think
let's just
I
bum
think
this off.
also like regardless of that, it's still a money spinner at this point in time. Like every time.
There's other ways to make money though, isn't there?
No,
They
no,
get
I know,
smacked
but
in
like
the
it's
head.
kind of like
A lot of
Because everyone that I speak to, you know, Danny, Deji, like all the boys, they're sort of like me, sort of over it.
yeah, but because it's not even a hype anymore. It's not like it's not exciting. It's not like it was when you started when you had the Logan KSI fight, especially that one when we went to LA. That the hype around all of that was so good.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
that
like
were
ever
the,
since it's been kind of downhill.
they were the biggest people in the world. Though, remember that. Like now, no disrespect to like Dylan Dennis, but he's not Logan Paul in terms of like the ability to sell the fight and create like. He's to be fair, Dylan Dennis is quite like a big promoter and like an antagonizer. But I feel like there's certain levels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I think it's generally like kind of dead. I mean, it's like what's the phrase? Beating a dead horse? Is that?
Well, there is obviously the big one, which probably I just don't think it'll ever happen.
Jake versus KSI.
That's the only fight that I think will generate like pure excitement across the whole YouTube community again.
So factual. Do we have any emails in, Sir Prodney?
Well, I was going to say as well, Joe. I saw a clip of you and Reeve in Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh, you did your workout
Because it was obviously for Reeve's channel as well. That's why
Yeah.
he was on Reeve's video. You were talking about
Sorry.
what?
No, just go. No, I'm sorry, because I just want to give you a big hug.
That's all right. But my point is, you were mentioning about what Wafflin actually meant to you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I didn't see that.
Have we got that clip?
I don't
Probably
know,
would,
but I
but
just
then
saw
it
What
it.
did it?
Full
Quote
war
it. What was it? What was
You're
it?
basically along the lines of like, without Wafflin, like you wouldn't be like now. If that
No,
makes
yeah,
sense. Like,
million percent.
you were talking about how it's like brought you back into the fold and like got you motivated again and all this sort of thing. I mean, it's just kind of like wholesome to actually hear
I
that
mean,
there is like a love and side to this show.
mate, 100%. I mean, like, it's even just getting in front of the camera again. Like, this was the first doing that, like, in getting my comeback. And obviously, it was a very turbulent start, obviously going through all sorts mentally. But yeah, it was like the anchor. And I think it always will be. Like, being able to talk freely with you boys. You boys are a safe space. This is a safe space. Actually, it's not with you lot. No, but on a level, like, it is. And it's talking on camera like this then made me feel like, okay, I can go on, say, the Chris MD video and do something, and then maybe go on a Sidemen video and do something. And yeah, man, like, I don't think anything will ever beat it. And I think subconsciously, like, when we stopped waffling, I don't know if you, but like, I noticed the massive, like I lost social ability and lost confidence when I stopped. Obviously, you carried on doing YouTube, but I stopped. And I think, yeah, this podcast, coming on and chatting with you boys, like, it does a lot more than I think just what we think, i.e. making an entertaining video. For sure.
Yeah, no, I would agree to that to some extent. I mean, I also had the fact that when Wafflin stopped, like my kind of life completely stopped. Like it changed my life.
What?
Well, like the trajectory of my life. Like at that time, like I kind of just bought a house, just moved in. We were like, you know, like we've never kept it secret that like obviously the show earned good money and like we do well out of it. And then like all of a sudden, like I went from seeing you boys every week. We would do cool stuff like when we went to Amsterdam. We like even so because we were just tight and knitted, like go to LA, Miami, etc. And then that kind of all stopped when we stopped waffling because we kind of just needed a bit of time, I think, to go on our own path after that ended. And I feel like I'm definitely happier with waffling in my life than when it's not in my life.
Yeah, it is.
But obviously a big part of that is because we get to hang out with you boys.
Yeah, it's very nice. I really enjoyed when we got drunk together the other night.
Oh, what? Harry Brown's.
It went down.
I didn't get invited to that. I'm gonna fucking kick off.
Yeah, but that's not our problem. It's not
Yeah.
our engagement party.
Oh,
Would
bastards.
have been nice to have you there.
It would be, but hey, we all have our own fucking lives.
Luke is a funny drunk.
Right, next up, we have a big question that you boys sent in, or girls, right? Or other. Let us know what you specify as.
To where?
To what email?
I don't know.
Well, at least try.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Oh, fuck. The waffling. Yeah, you've, well done.
Do you know what though? I don't want to go. Wait,
Well
Joe,
done. Now look what you've done.
Joe, I don't want to go like deep and like bring it back, right? But I know it's been very minor what I've received. Like, let's face it, it's been very minor, but it did put into perspective like what you went through, and I felt
In what sense?
Hate.
like, the hate after the fight or whatever. Like, and you know so I don't want to like bring it down, but like, you know how you just didn't want to go on like social media or look at anything.
Yeah, I'm not. I couldn't
I
look.
felt I've been doom scrolling on TikTok for like 2 days because I couldn't bear to go on any other app.
Yeah.
What,
Instagram's fine.
because you don't have to look at comments on that.
Yeah, but normally I look forward to reading the comments.
Yeah, especially waffling comments.
Yeah, I find them hilarious, and I really just felt this like, oh god, I've really let everyone down. I can't face what I've done.
Yeah, it's like, who the fuck am I? I don't even know who I am. And then I can't even talk to this camera because it feels like I'm talking to the enemy that hates me. Anyways, right. I feel you, brother.
Anyways,
It will build your character in the long run, and it'll all work out because these wankers have been sending in their comments. So let's read one, and maybe we might
Also,
bless you with some of our advice.
also, can I say like, say there's like 100,000 views, yeah. There's like 700 comments.
Yeah. So, but do the comments reflect
You're calling 99,300 people the nice guys.
No, but this bastard right now that's on the train listening to this, I'm talking to you, Jimmy.
He's probably the nice one.
You're the dickie. Anyways, right. Listen to this email because this could actually help you. 3, 2, 1. Oi, boys. Already being rude. Dickhead. Right. I'm in a bit of a pickle here, and I'm not sure what to do. My ex, who I had been dating for 5 years, cheated on me with this 48-year-old guy back in 2022. We were both 22 at the time. Jesus. I like your style.
I'm weird though.
What?
What?
You see?
Nothing.
Wait, when you say I like your style, are
do you
you
mean
the
by that?
48-year-old or the 22?
Yeah, man.
Let's delve deeper into that. Actually.
Right, so since then, I've moved on and I'm happily in a new relationship, which is great. The pickle is that I've been invited to my ex's wedding by her mum.
What?
My current girlfriend says we should go to crash the wedding and show her off.
Insecure.
That's freaking freaky.
Fragile.
Yeah. I'm not sure on what emotions will come up seeing my ex again getting married. To go or not to go is the big question. Would love to hear the boys' take on it.
Don't go.
Go.
Also,
What?
Also, can I just say, is it not a bit weird that surely the invite should come from the bride and groom, not the mum?
Yeah, but this is
Why is he
quite,
getting
this
invited
is
by
quite
the-
a common thing actually. Like when you have weddings, like
Really?
there's a lot of
But why
disputes between like bride, groom, and parents.
But
'cause
why
they're
the
like,
mum sending wedding invites out?
No, I don't know.
Maybe, like he was like loved by the mum, as in like, oh,
Oh, he was the favourite.
he was the favourite.
Would you go to an ex's wedding?
No, well, it depends on like if it's on terms like this, like cheating. Absolutely. I mean, you just wouldn't waste your energy, would you? You're only going there to what? Like, what's the objective?
It's like out of spite, but it means like maybe
Yeah,
he's not over it, or but even it's his current girlfriend saying they should go, which I find a bit strange.
Yeah, but she's obviously got a small cock because like the way in which she's trying to like let's go crash it and show us off.
Yeah,
like,
that I
that's-
wouldn't do.
What are you trying to do there? Like, why do you not feel enough in your own skin?
Also, that's like
Maybe
the
you're like the
other-
Wafflin Mafia, who are just pathetic.
This is outrageous.
So we don't like any of you.
we do.
Well, don't,
I think-
don't draw me into.
I'm
that.
talking on behalf of Luke.
I've had a great line of communication.
I
With
think
the
the reason
Wafflin
why I
fans.
felt so hurt.
Oh, you bring it back to yourself again.
Yeah.
Do
Because
it,
it's
Theo.
because I have such a connection with them, and I think you have a connection
Nah.
with them, and you do
I
have a
don't.
connection.
Nah, I
with them,
don't.
Jode.
I was used
Oh my
by
God, I
these.
called you Jody.
Just called him Jody.
He sees me as his girlfriend.
And then I said, "Oh my God, Jode." And I showed it to
Joe. Yeah. Our next email to help you, Sadax, is going to be this. Hello, Joe, Theo, and Thumb.
Why am I?
Ironically, I'm probably
Because
both.
you're a thumb. You
don't
are.
need-
Look at this
But you're not bald.
thumb-coloured T-shirt you're wearing.
Is that Uniqlo?
Yeah, like with the bigger collar.
Yeah, I like
You're
it.
really good.
Yeah.
They're like 18
Makes you look really
quid as well.
muscular, actually. Kind of.
Oh, mate, stop it.
Oh, you're gonna just revert back to mocking me again now, are you?
Wait, what?
Oh, we finally got a laugh out of the producer. We haven't made him laugh the whole episode.
Wait, hang on.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
Luke. I was being nice. To
No, I didn't even hear what you said. I just thought I'm gonna. I'm sorry.
I just said it makes you look really muscular, and I like your hair with it.
No, but it doesn't.
So mocking me
It
again.
doesn't though. It
No,
like
Theo.
No, it
Theo,
does. The bulky, the bigger t-shirts make you look bigger.
Theo, I see what's
bet.
going on here, right? You've been backed into a corner and you've reverted to type, right? Which is ultimate beta. You
What's the type?
You're reverted to type.
to his natural state,
Yeah, like ultimate beta. You're now bowing down
quivering in the corner.
to fucking Janitor Martin. He's a fucking prick. Like all of these people watching. And you need to just stand up tall. Yep. Anyways.
Right, paid him a compliment. He told me to shut up.
He doesn't deserve it. Look at these shells he's got on his wrist.
No, Ruth made me these in the Maldives.
Of course she did.
And they say my name on.
That's quite cute, actually. Right, we go this. He goes, I currently work as a delivery driver for a supermarket. Why are you laughing, Theo? Are you laughing at that job role?
Can't even
because
smile
that is
now.
See him in the Legion.
that's exactly the sort of behaviour that I want you to do. Laugh at him.
Laugh at him.
For a supermarket, which I won't name for legal reasons. God, what's he about
I actually
to say?
applied to do that.
Oh, you're working class.
What, recently?
No, when I left McDonald's.
McDonald's. McNodrels, mate.
I left McDonald's, applied to be a delivery driver, then ended up getting a shelf stacker.
Where?
Oh, a humble man.
Shit, yeah, you and Janine worked in Tesco, didn't you? No,
Did you have a
I worked
lunchbox?
on my own.
that
in
was like
Tesco.
couples therapy, wasn't it?
No, I worked on my own in Tesco's doing the reducing the items.
Did you not both work there?
for
Such a
different
real
periods of
guy.
time.
Oh, I genuinely like because I order my food from the supermarket. to house.
Oh, upper class, are we?
It's literally like the same price as going there.
No, it's not. You got to pay for delivery.
Well, yeah, but you factor in the cost of fuel.
Go on, tell us more about how you order your supermarket groceries.
No, I was saying, like, genuinely, like, I actually think, like, if I had to do a job, that would actually be all right. As it goes, you get to spend all your time on your
This
own.
is breaking the internet, this one.
You get to spend all your time on your own. You're just cutting about in a lorry, listening to podcasts.
Why do you want to spend all
whatever.
your time on your own?
To jack off.
No, like, don't you hate, like, do you remember, like, customer service, like, working at, like, in retail or something where you have
I
to...
loved it.
Really?
Yeah. My
Work.
favourite part is interacting with the customer.
Oh, that was my least
Because
favourite
the customer's always right.
Yeah, no, that's what you're
So they're
adopting
right
here.
about you.
No, they're not right.
They're not customers.
They're always wrong.
They're family.
always wrong.
Anyways, let's read out their stupid email. I deliver to this older woman, I'd say mid to late 70s, who keeps sticking it on me. Quality. She would make straight up dodgy remarks about how young men do it better in bed. I'm 21 for context. This lady has never been married, so I'd assume she's been sharing the poon around all her life.
What a horrible
It's genuinely crazy how she talks, and I've spoke to other drivers who've delivered to her, and none of them have said it happened to them. I know the feeling. These wankers never believe me. Maybe it's because I'm the youngest. I'm not sure. However, what's most mental about this is that I want to give it a go. Whoa.
Fucking do it.
I've had fantasies about older women all my life, but this is an extreme level, and I'm not sure if I'd regret my actions. Yep. Please advise me on whether this will be a wise move and or what you would do personally in this situation. Right, it's simple. Right, what are you going to do? You're going to knock on the door. You're going to say, can I have a cup of tea? Right? You waltz in, except you start making the cup of tea. Dominance.
What?
You're-
Just walk into someone's house and start making yourself a
You're
drink.
making the cup of tea and you're saying, do you want sugar? And then she'll be like, you're already sweet enough, right? And then, boom, you grab the tits. No, I didn't mean that.
Then say, would you like some milk? And then she'll say, would you like some of my milk? That's such a petty laugh.
Oh, God.
Twice.
All right, well, that disgusted me. But it's simple as, man. You ask to be let in. Once you're in, you take the role. But you may have a magical bond with her, or it may just be a bit of fun.
What if he's caught the wrong end of the stick, right?
What?
And
No, mate.
He's not sticking it on him. Like, you know, like you
Whoa!
She's just being nice.
Yeah, she's just being nice, like people are to you. And then he's obviously like working, representing his company, and he turns up there basically saying, can I shag you?
As simple as this, right? Is take off the jacket, take off your uniform. No, you're not working. You're just some guy.
Then he's just sitting in the kitchen with no clothes.
Good. That's what he needs to do. Right?
This would be your dream fantasy.
Whoa, not me.
No, when you were younger, if you
would.
Yeah, no, when I was about 14,
Are you
yeah,
into 70?
14.
I used to wank over all. Nah.
Are you into 70-year-olds?
No.
Is she an older looking 70-year-old or a younger looking 70-year-old?
Yucking. Look, I would all. Nah, I could say something outrageous right
What?
now.
No,
I'm
say
not.
it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Why?
Because your families watch this podcast.
Who's?
Your families. Who else is?
Your family.
Your. Your families watch this.
Do yours not?
Yeah, but the comment I was gonna make was about your families, not mine.
Oh. What are you going to say about our family?
Don't worry. Don't. No, I genuinely don't.
How
worry.
old would you go?
I would have when I was younger done unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yeah, like infinite. You know, like jellyfish don't ever die. Like that sort of.
Wait, what?
They're immortal. Jellyfish are.
They're not,
immortal.
though, are they?
They are immortal.
No, they're not.
No, they are.
That's
No.
fucking bollocks.
Prodders.
No.
Roderick. Ricky.
I'm
Put
pretty
on
sure, Joe, if I...
jellyfish. Are jellyfish immortal? And it's going to say, yes, they are, Malfoy.
Well,
you
I'm
fucking
pretty sure,
idiot.
mate, if
Yes,
you get
they
a
are.
jellyfish and slice its head open, it will die.
Yes, that's killing it, you
So it's
wank
not
stain.
immortal.
No, they don't die
That's not immortal.
from natural causes, so they will live forever unless killed. Look, yes, the Turritopsis,
Theoretically
Dawny,
live forever.
also known as the immortal jellyfly, can theoretically live forever due to its ability to reverse its life cycle and revert to a juvenile stage. That's what I'm currently doing.
That's pretty sick. So
Yeah, that
they
is
they
sick.
can like de-age.
Yeah.
That's sick, right? But it's not immortal.
I mean, no, I
Okay,
mean,
Malfoy.
no, okay, they're not Superman, but like they don't age.
Surely, why aren't we not researching into this jellyfish
That is pretty sick.
for like human benefits?
Yeah, just put that on your head.
But so you would obviously any age when you were younger, really. I feel like
Probably
there's-
not.
So you-
there's-
Well, not any age. Like, obviously, I still
Wait,
wouldn't
so
have.
you're telling me Elliot will never die?
that was the shittest joke.
Because he's jelly flips. Thanks, Prod.
That was so bad, but quite fun.
Yeah. So, like, what are we doing?
You've had a lot of pity laughs today, haven't you?
Has this been like probably like because I actually have felt your sadness all week. Like I genuinely like I recognise depression when I see it. So do these comments. They were saying right if Joe received the sort of rudeness that Theo gave Luke, he would be crying depression for the next 3 episodes.
That's so horrible.
Like I'm some sort of wow and a sensitive prick. Well, Wafflin Mafia. This is our last episode ever. You're dumped. I'm breaking up with you. And we're never coming back. Because see what you've done? It can never be mended. So I hope you're happy with yourselves.
But also,
Oh.
I will say, surely, like, it's good that they're holding us or I accountable.
Look,
They're wankers.
we've always been friends here. They've always called us out on our bullshit.
Nah.
But equally, you can't sit at home and have the privilege of calling us out on our things and then not have us give it back to you.
Yeah, it's a fucking banter
It's a
relationship.
two-way street.
And you've ended it anyway.
What?
But what have they done that's wrong?
No, but if they comment stuff
Exist?
that we disagree with, we are allowed to say. We don't have to be like, oh yeah, this is, they've absolutely hit the nail on the head, therefore I should apologise. That's my point. The way in which what they say, we don't necessarily have to agree with.
Yeah.
I mean, but what I don't want you to do is be affected by these comments because you know how good you are inside, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I think we're missing the point here. It shouldn't be about me. It should be
Oh,
about you.
shut up.
Oh, fuck.
No, Theo, we need to, I might have to punch this out of you by next week so that you come back, like, with fighting talk.
Could he survive a punch from you?
Of course not.
I did a few
Like,
times.
none of these schmucks would.
Do you know what's funny, right? I actually caught you in that fight. And if
Caught
I
me?
just doubled down...
Wait,
yeah,
what? In what were you
in the
talking about?
original boxing match, if I actually doubled down, when I hit you, yeah, you were on the ropes.
Slow sports news over here. What are you on about?
Have you seen that? Do you not see it? I hit him.
Punch
What
drunk or
conversation have
something.
you just picked up on?
Yeah, but I don't know. And then if I just, instead of saying, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you there in a boxing fight, I could have actually just like
So
won.
learn from your mistake then. Now, don't sit there and go, I'm sorry, let me retreat. Go, I am Malfoy. I am a prick. And I'm going to show the world how much of a wanker I am.
I'm not a wanker.
No, it's okay. I think that's what we have to. We have to accept that we're not liked. And when you accept that, whether they like me or don't like me, I know who I am. That is where you build strength and actually the ability to be you in whatever the situation is. Because they don't determine who we are. Anyways.
Anyone seen that adolescent show?
No.
I have seen it Inside though.
Wait, I thought you told me you had seen it.
Yeah, I have seen it. He said no.
Oh, okay. Inside.
Inside, yeah, Inside. It's going on right now. Well, it's just finished, hasn't it?
Has it?
Wait, aren't you literally doing stuff for the summer?
No, I am. I think it comes and goes a little bit quick.
What did you think of the bullying on the show? A lot of people have had talks about this, haven't they?
Genuinely haven't seen that bit.
Oh.
But
Okay.
bullying, I agree with actually. I think it's the right thing to do. People need to be just. Nah, I don't agree with bullying
Very
ever.
facetious of you there.
But like, there are certain characters, and I think they do it on purpose, picking for Inside, that like are not necessarily well moraled. I wonder who we may be talking about.
But do you think that, or do you think? Obviously, you've experienced it. Can the cameras 24/7? Like, do you just end up saying things? You get caught up in the moment.
I think people with good, respectful morals, their colours shine through.
Yeah.
And deep down, bad people that are in there that aren't good people, that shines through as well. And you see it.
I love George on the show.
George, amazing person.
Exceptionally level-headed and calm.
Yeah.
Patrice was funny.
Great guy.
Great guy. Great guy.
All I've seen is clips of him just letting rip. 'Cause
He
Yeah,
had
he
a
does it all
fart
the
moment.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty vile. But I think Inside should go around the world now. I think they've got a formula. And
They've
could
announced US edition.
yeah, they should do,
They've
a,
announced.
They're
they should
number
do
2 on
Spanish
Netflix.
and put me in there.
Would you do Inside again?
Sí, pero necesito practicar lo que voy a hacer con la gente porque hay gente
Wait, that would
diferente.
actually be a
Sí,
sick
sí,
one.
Sí,
sí.
podríamos hacer
¿Se
cualquier
sabrá?
cosa en España o Latinoamérica, no sé.
You actually got a Snapchat from one of your housemates recently.
Anyway,
Throw him under the bus.
Would you do Inside? I feel like, you know what?
you should go on Inside.
No, I think Luke should go on Inside.
No, he wouldn't talk.
What do you mean?
Because you don't talk on this podcast. You're just like all these idiots that watch us.
What the hell?
I think Luke would be very
They're
good
too
on
scared
Inside.
to talk.
Why would I be good?
Because you're as I said, you're very like level-headed. So when the arguments are going on during it, you'll just be like there calling out the bullshit and be like, well, that's like, do you know what I mean? That's wrong. That's right.
So I always thought I'd be like, I always thought I'd like to go on something like Big Brother.
Well, there you go.
That would be
see?
pretty sick.
How would you deal with the inevitable hate?
You would only get hate if you're a bad person.
No, but if you did something accidentally wanky, because like me and you are susceptible to it. Except you know, I can't not do it. Like even on that 2 weeks ago's episode when I said what I said about speed and even the Joey Barton thing, like I watched that like as a viewer, I want to punch him in the face.
wouldn't
As in
hold
me,
back on the Joey
I was,
Barton thing,
I
mate.
was,
He's
no, but
just
I was like,
being-
okay, yeah, he's a wanker, but just I
He's just being
can
charged.
portray myself. No, I know, and no, that's totally fair. But even the way in which I spoke about speed, I was like, the point I'm making, I think is valid, and I'm saying it from a point of actually like, I don't want him to be a wanker. I actually would hope that he would be a good person, but like, it's very difficult when you're live and you're doing something live in the flesh, and you are almost
Emotional
talking
as
with
well.
passion, yeah, emotions. You can portray yourself in a way that's not how you actually want to come across.
That's why I feel Luke would be good on a show.
And
like
he's good at
Inside.
he's good at actually coming across in a way that's very measured and grounded, whereas me and you come out of all sorts, mate. So that's why I think you'd be great on Inside.
I think maybe it's your opportunity to show everyone the real you.
I'm sorry. Where's this guy?
What?
I feel like I do enough podcasts that people should be able to see the real me.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you know what I mean? There's enough of me on camera to see the real me. It's very hard to be on camera and portray a completely different person for that long. Do you know what I mean?
But it's easy to get into a habit of portraying a certain side of you on a podcast. Like, part of me is like, if we were actually just our real selves, I think my worry is that waffling would be boring.
It has to be hyped up to
No,
an
but-
element.
Like,
you
if
say
I
that-
actually sat here and was just like myself.
But you say that though, Joe.
I'm
When
like-
it's just us three, like having dinner, like we do cry with laughter a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I think to be fair, that's usually because it's like situational. Like, yeah, I think if any given day we just had to sit around a table, we probably could make an entertaining conversation, but we would have to actively try.
This season, we've had some of our funniest moments ever.
I think
on
this has
season.
actually been like the most consistently funny.
Like,
waffling
there'd be
era.
moments on this show this season that are like I actually like physically like my
Well,
my
yeah.
abs are like
No, it
popping
is
out of my
true.
skull.
I think people often reminisce. They remember the funny bits from back in the day, and then they cloud out and go, oh my God, Wafflin was always so funny.
It's like a relationship.
But like, yeah, it is just a weird thing, isn't it?
Want some cock flavors?
Anyways, I've got nothing really more to say to these tossers.
We do
You love 'em,
We
really,
do.
Joe.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm breaking up with every single one of you.
What, because they upset your friend?
Nope. Because they deserve it.
Because I upset our friend.
It's done. And we're never coming back. So I'm going to sign off Wafflin for the final time now. Have a great Christmas. Because that's all I can really say at this point. Enjoy yourself. I hope you're happy. Goodbye.
Getting you a really cool birthday present.
Thanks, mate.